Always fun, crazy. It's painful, but it's wonderful. What is the name?
It's Reusse Unchained.
All right, Patrick, it's the early bye week for the Vikings.
Yes, right.
So when they come back, who's your quarterback?
Yes, that's the thing. Do you think that it would be wise of PJ to not PJ of Kevin O'Connell, who was a wise man, to just announce that it's going to be Carson Wentz and not have to put up with it all week or something like that? Now, supposedly, what are they going to have JJ out there all week while everybody else is relaxing? They're going to have him trying to figure out what's going on.
It was interesting that after the game on Sunday, Jordan Addison mentioned that he will be catching passes from McCarthy. I wonder if his disappearance in London has caused him to reflect on, hey, I might want to stick around, or if they said you're going to stick around the facility.
Yeah. Oh, Addison, maybe.
Yeah, he said I'll be catching passes from JJ next week, which is this week.
I see. So that could be part of his punishment, huh? Is it, okay, we're only going to make you sit out a quarter, but since you're a complete moron, you have to be out there all week catching passes from JJ. So
I highly doubt he was going to stay here regardless.
But I think that they really would like to keep an eye on this fella, though. He doesn't need a fall guy. He needs a watch guy. He needs a guy to tell him, no, bad decision. I would really like to know what his itinerary was in like the 18 hours before he missed the walkthrough. It could have been kind of like Gage Hall. They had this whole place tightened up, but they could always sneak some companionship into that place. So
that's a good
could have been a little bit like that. But he's a beauty, and of course, I think you've talked about it. Everybody's talked about it. We're still shocked that he got run down a couple of weeks ago on the side there. I thought he was faster than that. When he caught him on that
Pittsburgh
that pass. I guess he's a lateral mover, and he certainly looks impressive doing that, catching the shorter passes. But he's a clutch receiver for you. And then Naylor's been good too. So they got receivers are not the problem. Hawkinson hasn't done much though. What's that all about? I thought we were going to turn him loose.
He's blocking a ton, partially because their offensive line. So they kept a tight end in all day Sunday to help block with the offensive lineman, Myles Garrett. So whatever side Garrett was on, they just sent their tight end and said, hey, go block him. Help block him. And they did a good job.
Oh, yeah, they did. He did. He only had 2 pressures or something. But they that's not what Hawkinson signed up for. He signed up for 75 catches, and that's what he thought when he was coming here. But anyway, I gotta think Wentz is the starter, but Kevin O'Connell's not going to have as much time to spend with that brood of kids of his as he thought he would on the bye week, though, because they gotta be out there with McCarthy all week trying to see if they can get him throwing the ball again. So even when they're not playing, they're the big story in town, the Vikings.
Oh yeah.
It's incredible. Although I don't know, they're a playoff team. I think they're a playoff team. I really do. I mean, just remember, it's 14 teams out of 30. It's 40-some% of them. They're better. They're better than now. When you only play a 17-game season, it's you can be good and miss the playoffs because you're 10-7, and somebody else won the division at 8-9 or something like that, and you don't make the playoffs. So. It's weird, but I don't know what other issues do we have. And do we know if this was the Vikings limit, or was it Darrisaw said that I'm tired, I don't want to be out?
Well, the Vikings claimed it was theirs, but we don't know for sure. And it did. The whole thing seemed odd.
Yes.
Like you just all of a sudden at the end of the game yank him out, or in the fourth quarter yank him out.
What's our view of him? Is he a fierce competitor? He's a great player, that's for sure. What's our view of him? Hold me back kind of guy, or is he low key? Do we know?
Oh, he's a low key. I mean,
Personality.
personality. He's low
Yeah.
key.
Yeah. I
He's
mean,
very good, but he's low key.
never see any quotes from him. So,
No.
but that's not unusual for an offensive lineman, too. They're the different, hell, way back when Denver Broncos had the great offensive line, they had a whole, because of their line coach, they had a whole thing. None of them ever talked. They wouldn't talk to
Yes,
the media at all. Remember that? The whole thing.
they find guys, right?
Yeah.
If guys talk, they got fined.
Within
Yeah,
their own group there,
yeah.
not by the team, but within the whole
Do you know
group.
what just struck me, Patrick? I just realized this. Jordan Addison deserves great credit. Unbeknownst to us, he was paying tribute to 20 years ago and the Love Boat.
Yeah, Love Boat. Yes,
That's what he was doing. It was a nod to the Love Boat. It was just a
Yes,
little
it
London
was.
thing where he's like, I'm going to cause some issues because this is the
Yes.
20-year anniversary of the Love Boat.
And I had to check with Seifert on the quote from Matt Burke. I tried to get hold of Burke. He didn't answer my text. So I tried to, because I was thinking, I thought he was the one who said, "What's wrong with our strippers?" But because they brought in the Georgia ones, it was even better than that. It was showing disrespect to our strippers that we had to fly them in from Atlanta. It was, you know, he and I could not be more politically apart. But I always enjoyed him as a quipster and a quoter,
You know what he is?
and what.
He's the reason why you never ask a person their politics.
That's right. That's right.
Because he was great. It was a
Everything's
great,
fine.
fantastic quote.
And the only time I've seen him really since then was when he basically threw the wake at in St. Paul for that Roger Erickson,
Mm.
the physical trainer, crazy goofy guy. But I mean, but Burke got him out to Baltimore, the Ravens, to teach them flexibility. And he was there 3 days, and they were all saying, "What is this goofball?" And a week later, everybody loved him, and they didn't miss any games. But he threw the wake for him in St. Paul, and it was great. It was a great thing. 250 people showed up,
Wow.
mostly old Cretan guys, but Burke started working out with Roger when he was 14 or something, a fat guy. He said he was a fat little kid and started working out with him and played about 12 years in the NFL. So he should have been respectful to Roger. But anyway, but we because we got to have some home games coming up here. I already looked at the schedule. Pittsburgh, who's coming to town?
Philadelphia, and then they'd go to Los Angeles, and then they have a game at Detroit, and then they come home and play Baltimore.
Philadelphia, overrated, by the way, and they finally got beat. But how about Sean Payton? There's a guy. You know what? He's a goofball. He's a hell of a coach, and he catches them by surprise. They're feeling bad, and he goes for two, and it puts him down. The rest of puts Philadelphia in a panic, and they win. And I mean, Peyton went into Denver. They were terrible when he got there 3 years ago, and he can coach, man. We found that out. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely. Hey, Gophers go into Ohio State and get their drawers blown off. Did you feel as good about that loss as PJ did?
PJ is just. I thought that we had he had a couple of post game quotes, and the guy's trying to sugarcoat it a little, and you don't blame him for that. Now he's doing the wrap up on Monday, and it's the same BS. What the hell is he talking about? What a great performance it was. You got be. You know what he does in those games though? He plays prevent offense. That's what he does. It's not prevent defense. It's prevent offense. He never wants to give up 50. He'd rather. He's never going to try to do anything when it gets to be about 35-3. He doesn't. He doesn't take any chances. He's trying to hold the score down as much as he can. But people, if you don't realize that everything that comes out of his mouth is just BS intended for you to swallow it up. After this week, you'll never be convinced. You'll never be convinced.
Do you think he takes as much satisfaction in selling that
Oh,
as
yes.
the only person I can think of is Denny? You know, Denny loved because it was nonsense. Like at the end of the day, but he had you.
Yeah.
PJ feels like I'm not positive. I'm growing more and more convinced that PJ's just like, how far can I? We won the bye week.
Yes, yeah, we won the bye week. We won the bye week. Won the bye week, and now we're we won the loss. We won the loss for good. Won the 39-point loss. It was the one guy ran down somebody and didn't give him up a touchdown, and we basically gave him a game. I'm surprised he didn't crowd surf him after that 42-3 loss. They were so impressed. Purdue coming to town, though, that should homecoming and all that. That's a night game, though, right?
The night game, Saturday night.
Too many. The Big Ten has screwed things, and then the following week is a Friday night. There's a bunch of night games.
It's all TV now. It's all TV, and I can't keep track of it. I still can't get my head around UCLA, USC, and Oregon being in the Big Ten.
Well, how about the fact that what offends me? I heard it was going to be a big deal that they played Friday nights. That's high school night. This is your feeder system. What are you doing to the high schools? And then, well, we're only going to play like one a year. We're going to play one. Now you turn on TV on Friday night. Every conference has got a game or two or something.
Fox has a Big Ten game every Friday night, right? In like a late prime time game.
At least one, yeah. They don't. Nobody cares about anybody. It's just what kind of bucks you can possibly haul in. But it's unbelievable the Coaches Association was protesting when they played the first Friday night game, and now it's a Friday night game. Let's go.
Yeah, it's. But I think I saw someone tweeted this out yesterday. There will not be a night off from football any night of the week now until like the night before Thanksgiving. Between all the college, you got the MAC playing on.
We still have Tuesday night MAC games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, there's something every single night.
I'm sure MAC attendance has never been too strong, right? But what's Tuesday night doing? Although students probably show up for the Tuesday night game because maybe they can get on TV or something, right?
It's all studio football.
Nothing. Yeah, it is. It's
just all studio football.
But who watches? Who watches the MAC game? Ball State and somebody. I mean,
the MAC game is appointment viewing for some. I'll just tell you that.
Really?
Not me, but for some. Yes, absolutely.
Well, I guess of course, the other fantastic thing I was watching. What was I watching last night? Baseball, a little baseball, watching a little football, watching everything. Every other ad is it's all betting. The ads are half the ads are about betting, and it's the worst kind of betting. It's not bookie betting. It's not betting on the outcome of a game. It's betting on the outcome of a play. That's why Emmanuel Clase is not pitching for Cleveland. They were betting on the next pitch. You shouldn't be able to bet on the next pitch.
How can you be a big league pitcher though? And it's literally like your mission is just throw ball one and then you're done, right?
Yeah.
You're a big league pitcher, so you should have pinpoint control. You should miss by this much.
Yeah, not throw it in the other.
Not throw a pitch out.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You're not dealing with brain surgeons. That's part of the problem there.
Emmanuel, I need you to miss just off the plate.
And apparently nobody's like making the Cleveland's not protesting the decision. He's not. He just took his money and went home because they knew how they had him. That there was. And what do you think he got? 25,000 maybe or something? Because supposedly it was one of his teammates got banned too.
Yeah,
and one of his teammates was the one who talked him into it. Supposedly,
said, amazing.
Hey, we can we can pick up a quick 50,000 or something.
But the amazing thing about this entire story, in my opinion, is how small of story it's been.
I know, it's incredible.
20 years ago, can you imagine?
They go, well, yeah, he's like top 3 in the league relief pitcher. And
I know.
why isn't it a big story?
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
Cleveland they got away with baseball got away with not saying anything about it, right? They haven't even made an official statement, I don't think.
I think our attention spans now, when it comes to the news cycle, are so short that leagues now know if we just sort of let this go, right? We don't make a big deal. We just suspend him. That the public will.
Something else
It'll be
will
a
happen.
24-hour story, and then something else will happen.
Yeah, that's true. But you're right. I mean, this is not one of the Twins are. This isn't Cody Funderburk not throwing a ball, throwing it.
Huh?
Not that he would. He's a very honorable guy. I've talked to him, but this isn't him. This is one of the 3 best relievers in baseball, ruining his career to throw one pitch.
But we used to be so paranoid about gambling that what Bowie Kuhn banned Willie Mays and Mickey Mantle from being involved with baseball after they were retired, right?
Yes.
For being involved with a casino, like it was but it was a huge story.
Make an appearance. Yeah, they went to Atlantic City or something. They didn't even, there was nothing to do with them playing or anything. They were just entertaining it. And Pete, I think we gotta let Pete in. I think in the modern era, now it's too late. He's dead. So what difference does it make? That's like Jim Marshall. They nominate Jim Marshall again to maybe get him in. Jim died. Why didn't we do this when Jim was playing? It's not going to help Jim. It's going to help Jim's friends and everybody, but it's not going to help Jim. So,
but you're not wrong about Pete. It's so hypocritical at this point now.
Yeah, but Pete's the same. I mean, Pete's whole life was dedicated to trying to get in the Hall of Fame. Now he's dead, but and basically, now he was never a guy who was going to live a noble life. Pete, he was crazy, but I mean, the fact that he was even crazier that he would have to show up because he wasn't have to show up and sign autographs in alleys during the Hall of Fame weekend and stuff like that. It was I don't know. It's pretty incredible to say the least. How about those Brewers, man? Wow. You know what I like about the Brewers? You know what their crowd does when they're ahead in the 8th or 9th inning? They sit there and watch. Looks like Met Stadium in 1965. They get up once in a while and cheer, but they watch the game. There's no crowd shots of crazy people, and you don't have to stand up every time somebody gets the 2 strikes. It's fantastic. I love
Do we have hankies? Do we have hankies to wave?
Nothing, Hankins, nothing. They just played the game. I don't know. Maybe it could be Pat Murphy because they don't. They don't know. And I was thinking, you know what else happens when they hit a home run? The guy goes through the dugout and shakes hands. They don't put any big goofy hat on him or anything like that. It's I got a hunch Pat's an old time baseball guy and doesn't want the nonsense. But
he's a great story.
Oh, he is. He's unbelievable. I don't know how. Everybody says he's really a character and a good guy. Been married 3 times, and supposedly Arizona State ran him out because behavior issues of some kind. I don't know what they were, but what a hire by. By the way, they've won the last 3 division titles over there with this general manager they got the right guy when they raided the Mets, right? Didn't they raid the Mets? The Mets.
Well, no,
their
guy went to the Mets, right?
David
Stearns,
right?
yeah.
And then they just promote a guy or they bring this guy? They must have just promoted him, but he's got to be a genius. That and the other thing is Chorio, he's hurt. They think he might have some pulled muscle. You think he would have been in the lineup for the Twins last night? 2 days later, hell no. We would have had him out for a week. He comes up and hits a 3-run homer, his first, to pretty much seal that win. So I'd love. They've never won one. 82, they were in the World Series, but they haven't been back, have they?
No.
DC got beaten division in the ALCS, right? CC got beaten
Yes, they didn't make
American
it.
League, didn't make it. So
Yep.
yeah, that'd be a great story to see him. Let's all root for the Brewer. We can hate the Packers, we can hate the Badgers, but the plucky Brewers, we should love the plucky Brewers.
Smaller payroll than these guys.
100, I think it's up to 112 now. It was 108 when the year started. They've had 112, 113. And what they do at the trading deadline to help their chances, they got one relief pitcher, I think, or something. It is amazing, though. That was a bullpen game yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
Bullpen game, but then Miscavige or whatever. He don't count as a bullpen game. Throws 100 for goodness sake.
I didn't realize he went in the crapper in August. Didn't realize that till last night when I checked it out. He was because he started the All-Star game, which was silly, probably. But
started or was in it. He was in it.
I thought he started it.
Maybe he started.
I thought he started for the National League because they thought he was Paul Skenes too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they were looking at. I tell you, by the way, Paul Skenes, that ain't no BS. He ended up winning 10 games or something with that rotten team, but 6-7 innings, that guy is unhittable. He's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
ERA was 1.8 or something like that, and he strikes out 1.5 an inning. That guy's the real deal. He pitched here. We saw him, and I think they got Twins won that game, didn't they? I think they did, but not because of him, obviously.
No, he is fantastic.
Yes, he is.
Wasted in Pittsburgh, but he's fantastic.
Yes, he is. And he'll, 2 years, and then they'll trade him? 2-3
Probably.
years. They usually, Garrett Cole, they kept till 4 years, maybe?
Probably.
4 or 5 years, yeah.
Hey, do you think that we're going to get in any type of change in the economic structure when the inevitable lockout happens?
Yes, I think they will. They will get a. They're going to get a cap. I think it's. I was thinking today. The NHL the Wild have been here. This is the year that the North Stars left. Their 26th season here, and this is 26 years, but they didn't play one season, so it's 25 years. But different animal because you're dealing with you're dealing with a union where the guys were only making $4 or $5 million. But I think that they're going to lock them out. I really do. I
agree with that.
I don't think they have any choice. I don't think they have any choice. I mean, if you count Ohtani completely, they're over 500 million.
Wow.
And who they play in the first round? Who Dodgers beat in the first round? Cincinnati.
Yep. Yeah, that's right.
119 million versus 500 million.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. I mean, there's got to be some control. That's got to be some control. The players are talking about, but the players don't have Marvin anymore. They don't, they got Tony Clark, and he's going to be a hard nose. But what are you going to do, boys? It's July, and you're not making any money. But they're going to have to lock them out. They got to be telling all their TV partners that right now, don't they?
Yeah, I think the contracts were all 3-year deals, right?
Yeah. So
there must be some insurance. What would that be? The last year of the contract? Then there must be some type of insurance in those contracts.
They're going to come back like all the other leagues now. Half the games are going to be on on Amazon. I mean, it's
Peacock.
It's sports are pretty smart. What are they going to do? The networks are fading. They can't pay you that much money. Don't worry. We'll find somewhere to put the NFL or someplace. We'll find somewhere. I mean, NHL, what's their big partner in the
ESPN?
In the subscriber world.
ESPN.
ESPN is in hard on hockey, man. There's a lot of ads going on right now. So
they'll forget about it in 2 weeks.
Do you think so?
But they've got a huge streaming presence because they like with what they're going to do with baseball. They've got the package to distribute out of market games.
Did they Did they already? Is that app of theirs already for sale? The special Disney
Oh, yeah.
ESPN
Yep.
app. It's
Yep. I think
already
Fox has one
and
as well now.
what happens if we don't get those apps? There's going to be less stuff over the air then, right? I mean, we don't have over the air, but
Right.
when I look at my YouTube TV, and it's got Fox there, doesn't necessarily if I don't have the specific Fox app or the ESPN Disney app, or is there going to be a lot of games I'm not going to see?
That I don't know.
We
That
don't
I
know.
don't know.
Yeah.
I've got Comcast still, and I still get most of the stuff. But then there's ESPN Plus as well, which is a different,
Yeah.
It's my biggest thing is I want everything centralized somehow,
Yes,
so I
I
can
do
flip
too.
around. I
And
want to flip
I
around.
look up stuff and it says it's on Big Ten Plus, and I said, in other words, it's not on TV. If it's
Yeah, you don't
Big
get
Ten
Big Ten.
Plus, the hell with you. I'm not. It's
I
not
don't
on
get Big Ten
TV.
Plus.
I don't either.
I draw the line right there.
Yep, it's I do too. So anyhow, I better sell you a car, huh?
Yes, do it.
Jim Paul and Brett Paul's Valley Group of GM dealers. Right now, lots of Volvo SUVs out there, 2024s and 2025s. You can get a great price on those 24s and the 25s also. Various variety of SUVs, tremendous stock out there right now. You go through the parking lot, you can see about 8 cars you want to buy in 5 minutes. And you go inside, and they'll make you a deal that will work for you. You'll be able to afford it because I've bought my last 7 or 8 cars out there, and they have financial people that'll make it happen for you. So I can't recommend it high enough. The Valley Group of GM dealers, straight out Cedar Avenue. Take a right at about 140th and Jim Paul and Brett Paul's Valley Group of GM dealers. They're my guys.
All right, Patrick, we'll talk to you on Wednesday.
All right, sir. Thank you.
All right.